The passing of the Affordable Care Act fundamentally changed the healthcare system here in America. It didn't just create a marketplace. It put guardrails on insurance companies to regulate their greed. And this is not just for people in the marketplace. This is for people on private insurance, employee-sponsored insurance, everything. So I know it's hard to believe that where we're at with our healthcare system is actually better than what it was. But let me remind you of a few things that insurance companies could get away with before the introduction of the ACA. A really big one for anybody with any kind of insurance is that you could get denied for pre-existing conditions. So whether it's diabetes, a heart condition, cancer, pregnancy, if you were applying for insurance and one of these applied to you, they could and did reject you. So the ACA clamped down on that. Insurance companies cannot discriminate anymore based on pre-existing conditions. Speaking of discrimination, insurance companies used to be able to charge more for women. They can't do that anymore. Insurance company caps. So they used to be able to set limits, either annual or lifetime, on how much they would pay for something. So unfortunately, if you're going through a cancer treatment, we all know that that's incredibly expensive. People would hit their caps and insurance companies would say, oh, we can't pay for any more while you're in the middle of chemo. The ACA eliminated these caps. Another really important thing it did is that the ACA introduced a provision that allowed young people to be on their parents' health insurance until they're 26. These are just a few examples of the protections that the ACA put into place to prevent insurance companies from taking advantage of Americans. Again, these protections apply to everybody on private insurance and the marketplace. So is the Affordable Care Act perfect? Absolutely not. We have a long way to go to make our healthcare system actually work for the American people. But the fact of the matter is, Democrats put all these provisions in to protect people, and they never talk about it because they are wonderful at policy but terrible at sales and marketing. If we did not have this law in place, we would be much worse off. And while Republicans are out there every chance they get talking about how terrible the ACA is, they have not, in the 15 years since it was passed, put forth any actual ideas on paper about a healthcare solution. All they want to do is repeal the ACA. Replace it with what? Emergencies still happen. People still need healthcare. If they don't have insurance and they can't pay for it, we still end up paying for it with tax dollars. You are not drowning in medical debt because of immigrants. It is because of the corporate greed of health insurance companies, and Republicans don't seem to care about reining them in. In fact, they want to hand more of your hard-earned money over to them.